In this video, it is time to try and diagnose the Renault Vel Satis. My friend Carlos he came with us to collect this very car. He has other interesting motor vehicles. Doesn't have an engine currently, hence the front end stance. But can we find out what's going on? Trying to see if I can hear the noise. Oh yeah, there it is, ting! It certainly beats rolling round under the floor. Oh, on the floor rather, under it. I like this detail. It's got a little rubber bump thing on there rather than a mount. Interesting. And we found this, but that could be knocking, but that's not really the noise. It's more metallic. Actually, let me grab it. I can pop the light on. There we go. Haha. So yeah, your next thought is the sort of noise. It kind of sounds like a coil spring, but that's all right in there. Look, these bushes aren't very good. It's definitely going to need a bit of tidying up around here. So we think the creaking noise, look how many bushes there are. We've got bushes here, bushes here, bushes here, bushes here, bushes here, and bushes here. And of course then you've got the dampers as well. So that creak that sounds like a knock is somewhere in this area. I've just been editing this video up at the unit and I don't think we've actually committed to film what this noise is yet. So when we drove back it sounded like a knocking noise coming from the back. Don't think it's a knocking noise. I think it's probably a creak from one of the bushes. So I've put another microphone on the rear suspension, so hopefully when I do this and sit on it you can hear it. See, it's definitely, oh, it stopped then. It's yeah, it's definitely a creak, quite a sharp creak rather than a knock. So this is not the car for young lovers. But then I turned my attention over here. I thought, well, we'll just have a feeling. Again, not very good, but everything seems solid. But then I got my hand in here and listen to this. Yes, that's our noise, and that's our problem. That is a broken spring, and look at where they are. So you can't get spring compressors on because there just isn't room. It is a really weird, really complicated rear suspension setup, and I do wonder if it actually delivers anything in the way of benefits. But that be the problem. That is munted. While we're under here, transmission filler, and it does actually have a little dipstick up there, so you can check the level, and it is a little low. It's not catastrophically low. It is comfortably above the minimum, so that looks fun to get at. Yeah. But yeah, further back. Oh yeah, we were going to do something about that, weren't we?
Yeah, I'm trying to find my drills.
Yeah, we'll just see if we can secure that up, because obviously the tab somewhere is broken down here. Would that do it? For 5 seconds, that might do it.
What's that? Oh, you done it?
Just bent it back over where it should be, but there isn't very much there. Well, I'm back at the unit now, thinking that had failed a long time ago, I think. I mean, it's rusty on the inside, but weirdly the tinkling noise only started on the Devon trip. You know, I was driving around in this car with the windows open all the way from Nottingham and it didn't seem to be tinkling about then. So is that just a sign of what the metal is like inside the spring all round? I don't know, but this bit is with it as well. And I'm recording this bit mostly for the new owner, because I've been keeping people informed as to what we found today. And someone is still willing to give me 300 quid for the car. In fact, they have. I have been paid for this car, so the Vel Satis will be going away. So I'm going to put these in a special place, and that place is here, because I found even more secret storage. So there's this tray here. Both front seats have these, so we can put it in there. And next owner, that's where the old bit of spring and the spring cup rubber thing are. They're in there. I also got the heated seats. We've got memory function on these. Never got to try it, but yes, this is the weird seat. You see, it's two parts, so the back part can tilt separate to this part, but it just doesn't really seem to work for me. Oh, it's the menaces. It's all of them. Hi, dogs. I'm pleased to report there is also storage in the back. Look at that. Little secret storage things going on. And because French, there are ashtrays in the rear, even in 2003. So you factor in the hidden storage here as well. And yeah, all manner of things going on. So yeah, our lovely cup holders. That one actually slightly broken. Yeah. So there we go. I think that has been a fun experiment myself. Effectively, I've hired a Vel Satis for £0. Have had to insure it. That was about 70 odd quid, I think, for 2 weeks insurance. Yeah, we've covered almost 900 miles. So maybe that is good bangonomics after all. But this video isn't going to end here. This is actually evolving into our weekly update. So part of the update is this car is going. And another part of the update needs to be that I get on with this thing. We've got to get the suspension arms back in, get it back on its wheels, and then we can think about getting this one an MOT. Because frankly, having another car that costs £35 a year to tax makes a lot more sense than one that costs £450 a year to tax. I suppose tax technically, that's probably going to be about 100 quid in road tax I'll have paid for driving a Vel Satis for 2 weeks. That's rubbish, but fun. It's an experience, and at least I can chalk that sort of stuff up to expenses. But yeah, to help out, it'd be really good to get this little one back in action again. We still need to get the front end straightened out after its little bump, thanks to our neighbour. And we can't do that until we get it back on the road and get it somewhere where they can sort that out. So I think I'm going to set about that. Actually, I've just remembered why we can't finish this job yet. Wheel bearing. Of course, we still need to find someone who can actually get this thing apart and put the new bearing in it. There is the new bearing. Turns out it's not very easy to get this thing apart. So yeah, I've got to find someone who can do that. Well, progress is progress. We've got the arm on this side. That's all well and good. Ball joint's still being protected until we can get the spindle back on, but that needs to go off for wheel bearing fitment. Whereas over on the other side, you can kind of see how I'm doing it. I'm using the bottle jack so I can get the suspension up to ride height. So we just actually lifted off the axle stand slightly. So when I'm tightening up all the bushes and everything, I'm tightening it up at where the car will be sitting. So I just need to tighten up the ball joint. Sorry, it's really difficult to film in here. Need to tighten up the castle nut on top of there and slot the split pin in to ensure it can't come undone. And then this little section is done. I can actually get the wheel back on this side. Well, it's all going a bit hub nut going to attach this, but I think this ball joint might be a bit tired. That is flopping around a lot, and the nut is kind of seized on the end, so when you try and do the nut, the whole thing spins. Problematic, so I can't actually get this nut off to reattach it to the hub. But like I say, that seems to move around perhaps a bit too freely. We go around to the other side. This one seems generally quite a bit stiffer, hopefully in a good way. Let's go and see what the old rack's like, because I've still got that over here. Dogs are having a good old shake today. They're having a lovely time. Yeah, that's quite stiff, but yeah, that kind of feels like it should, I think. And this one, yeah, stiff as a ball joint should be. So do I get one of those old trap rod ends, or do I see if I can actually get a new one? Let's start with seeing if I can get a new one. I'm just going to have a quick moment out of my day just to spare a thought for Tony, or rather his family. Tony, who used to own the Sierra XR4i I drove a couple of years ago when I was down visiting Kitch. Kitch's father-in-law, in fact, but he has sadly passed away. It's his funeral today, so I'm just taking a moment just to ensure he's in my thoughts today, as are the entire kitchen family. Yeah, I can't find one on the initial look, but this just doesn't look great, does it? It's not very encouraging. So that's the one I'd have to use second-hand. The gator's not great. It looks like it's been down the bottom of the sea. I'm not loving it. So I think there is no rush. It's not like I've got to finish this job today. If I had to get this car back on the road and out, I would have a go. I'd get the fire and wire brushes out and give it a go. But I don't have to. There's no need to rush, so let's not panic. We'll see if we can order one up. So yeah, more things to wait for on this car. I suspect there's going to be more yet as we go through it, but progress is very, very steadily being made. Well, this is Friday. I've got the scruffs on, so it's time to see. So the first step is I'm going to have to jack this car up, give that a spin with the old metal bar to the ear. Just make sure this wheel bearing's all right before we get too carried away. Let's have a listen. First of all, let's just do a... I mean, obviously you got rusty discs because it's just been sat around, but hopefully rusty disc is not transferring to the spring. So if I put my ear on this bar on the spring, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe I can clean up the brakes with it on the jack. That sounds safe. Yeah, let's try that. The ABS is getting very confused at this point and has come on. That's got to be a massive air leak somewhere, surely. Nonetheless, that still sounds absolutely horrific. And well, I think it's just the brakes. I'm going to tell if the bearing's any good. I think we can turn off the trumping car. No smoke. That's a plus. I think all I can do is take the wheel off and have a look. This hasn't gone quite as I'd hoped. So we've got lovely genuine Daihatsu wheel trim. That one has seen many curbs. Ah, the 21s. Ah. Warning, ugga-dugga noises imminent. Ow. They're warm as well. Nothing like dragging the brakes to just some warmth, and you can literally make your brakes red hot quite easily. And now I'm thinking if I take the caliper off, oh yeah, the backing plate is touching there. Was that it? Let's try it again. Oh yeah, that sounds like it was probably it. Yeah, I think that was it. It was just the rusty backing plates. They do that. They rust. So that's going to be red hot, isn't it? Yeah, that's still hot. Maybe pop the wheel back on. I'll try spinning it again, but yeah, that top bit was just catching on the disc. Oh, those drive shaft gaiters don't look the best. Now, I know plenty of you are saying that we should probably use the blue one for spares to save this one, but that's not what we're about, folks. Just going to pop a couple of nuts on. Only need a couple of them. Oh, still a fair bit of noise in there, isn't there? How well does that translate to the spring? Yeah, still can't tell. So, might have to pop the caliper off just to remove any distraction at all. Sorry, that's really loud, isn't it? So it's 12s, is it? No, not 12s, it must be 14s. Well, that's not ideal. Look how dry that is. I've had to hammer that out while spinning it. That bottom pin, very, very stuck. Sorry, I've got the sexy flip-ups on because it is quite bright out here. But hopefully now we can get the caliper off. Be careful, things are still a bit hot, you know. There we go. Right, so that's, I need somewhere to rest that. I'm going to have to get another axle stand, I think. I don't really want that hanging, but maybe we don't care all that much. And I'm going to have to pull the incredibly hot disc off, because otherwise it's just going to fly off as soon as I start turning the wheel again. Nice little disc that, actually. There we go, so we'll be careful with that. And yeah, I may have to put the wheel back on to see if we can spin it, but I need to do something about the saggy caliper. Let's get an axle stand for that to rest on. I'd normally rest it around the drive shaft, but as you can see, that's not going to work. There is still noise coming from this. Is it just the backing plate? Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a good wheel bearing. Because with this I can put it right on the spring. And yeah, you can hear the sound of movement going on. But yeah, I think that might be alright. Yep, I'm going to say that sounds alright. So we'll carry on and take this entire knuckle off, I think, and swap the whole knuckle over. It's probably going to be the way. Let that pad out. Oh good, we've got some more brake hardware. We have had some brake hardware go missing on the other one. There's lots of copper grease in here. There was copper grease on the top slider, but nothing on the bottom one, the one that's gone incredibly dry. But what we've got to do, unplug the ABS, get the drive shaft nut undone, and then a couple of ball joints, and it should be off. Sounds easy. Was that a turn or was that compression of the engine? Place bets now. Yeah, I think we're actually turning the engine at this point. I don't have an assistant, so it's not like I can do the old brake check thing. Bugger. Having said that, there is a peen on this nut. I haven't undone that yet, have I? Oh, there should be a peen. Yeah, that's not going to help. So I don't sort out this insufferable beeping. Let's fix the beeping. Yeah, let's unpeen that first. There's what looks like Loctite on this as well. Quite why you'd put Loctite and a peen, I'm not sure, but... No. I'm fighting the compression of the engine here. And the compression of the engine is not enough. Oh, bother. And it's not like I can use a whizzy gun because that's a... what's up from a 1/2 inch? I don't know. Is it a full inch socket? But yeah. Either way, I don't think that's going to come off. Right, plan B. Can we do it on the ground? Let's pull the handbrake on. Oh, handbrake is on. Make sure the handbrake is very on. And then let's try again. There we go. Ooh. Oh, that feels like yielding. Oh, come on. Yep, there we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, that feels like I should be able to get that undone. And we can jack it back up again. That should do. Right, off with the nuts. Oh, sorry, you're getting my bottom, not the nuts. There we go. Now we can get the drive shaft nut undone. Tunes. Very tuneful. And we'll keep all this stuff because really I don't want to turn this car into a static object. I would prefer it to be able to keep moving. Right, and now we've got the chat rod end to undo, which I think is a 14. I've got a 14 socket here somewhere. Yep. Let's whizzy gun that off. Let's turn up the power. Oh yeah, didn't even need to. And is that going to fight us or is it just going to pop out? It's going to fight us a bit, is it? Okay. Well, nut back on. And wallop the nut from underneath. Still going to fight us, is it? Great. Still going. Have I managed to get the bottom ball joint out? Oh, that was always going to happen. Feels like a good day for knackering up your knuckles. Some lovely harmonics through the suspension spring, but no, that doesn't want to just pop off as yet. Noise alert. Oh, this one's fighting me all the way. We've got the bottom ball joint out, we've got these out. Now we've got the drive shaft stuck on the splines where it goes through the hub. You can tell I've put some energy into it, but boy, that doesn't want to come out. I may try some heat, but I don't really want to get heat in there because there's rubber seals on the bearing and everything. Hey, this is meant to be easy. Oh, that was a battle. Yeah, backing plate's mullered. We'll have to take that off. Great. After all that, and the mount for the ABS sensor snapped off. So at the moment, I can't even reuse this hub. And that's not all. I've also killed this drive shaft. I was having to wallop that nut with such force, it's knackered the threads up on the end of it. It looks like something's got very hot at some point. Discoloration going on, that's a bit weird. Maybe that one's dead as well then. Oh, that'd be great. And also the drive shaft did pull out of the inner, but I think it's clicked back in again. So it's been a good waste of time today, really. But yeah, that's a bit demoralising. We've done all that work, can't actually use it, but look at the state of that. That's quite rusty in there. Doesn't look ideal, does it? So I might have just wasted a morning. But this is real life, folks. This isn't made up for telly. This is how it sometimes goes. And you don't know until you try. But yeah, ideally I could do with a new front hub, I think, completely for this little Daihatsu. But I don't know where I'm going to get one. You just can't buy them new, which is a real shame. That would make life so much easier. Fit a nice new hub, be amazing. So yeah, once again, we are not there. And I'm going to have to end this weekly video with a bit of a sad note, because I'm going home now. Tidy up tools, and then that's me done for the week. So thanks very much for watching. Sorry it's been chaotic. I should have these. I don't think I've got these on the new Fourth Wall store yet, so might see if I can make that happen for this video. But otherwise, huge thanks for your support. Thank you to the channel members and patrons especially. There's many hundreds of you, and you get a little weekly update video every single week. So I had someone the other day say they're going to stop watching because I'm making some stuff members only. The only thing that is members only content wise is that little 2-minute update video every single week. I'm very hopeful that the main channel content will always be free to view. I know not everyone can afford subscriptions. I know not everyone wants a subscription. But so yeah, I will be keeping things free. But anyway, I'm rambling. I appreciate your support. I'm going home to clean up. Bye. Yep, neighbourhood bodger.